I didn't know.
People see my delicate ribbon tie, my well-kept beard, and assume that I've got it all together. Which is true now, but it hasn't always been.
Sound like this guy really could use a hug.
I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money could deter me from giving the best I had to give.
As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him. A burning passion.
No, one has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay!
Where did he come from?
Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence.
Foreshadowing!
Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst.
It's a spork monster!
¿Qué?
Borko?
Borko!
Las 8 y llego a las 12.
It is I! I know I said I wouldn't be back, but after that whole, fight to the death thing, maybe you really wouldn't want to see me anymore, but, I just wanted to say I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like to always having to look over your shoulder.
Okay.
Monster problems. Am I right?
Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode.
Hey, all I'm saying, we defended first.
Yeah, we did. First.
Aw.
I know that you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see.
I don't believe it. You were human once.
Well, no. I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student. Until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed.
A magic spellbook?
Precisely! I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you ever find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and I wouldn't rely on such a dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting from the innocent from those... No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through the sorcery and guile. If you ever need me, don't fear. I will be there.
It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Mix Synofix together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss.
Bow chicka wow wow.
A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Stepping inside of Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with the man.
Bow chicka wow wow. It looks like you... it looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders.
Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef.
Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavor and textures. I'm not sure if I've nailed it yet, but I'm close.
Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing.
It's biscuit.
It's meant to pair with something spicy, or something crispy. Perhaps both?
Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it a secret just for you?
Ooh.
Reveal it or keep it a
Reveal that
secret?
bad boy.
Reveal your vagina!
You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in headfirst. You reach near your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day.
I present to you my original coleslaw.
The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders'
Lux.
Lux hideaway. Thank you.
Magnificent.
Together, you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl.
Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment.
You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy.
Sure, why not?
Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment.
Bound chicka well.
You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping.
No!
Aw.
Around the room are various items that you look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions.
Tap the chicken!
The baby! The baby!
You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real.
Oh my god. Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive.
A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of a great state of Kentucky."
Baby.
Baby.
I wanna
This,
see what's
the
in the
picture.
safe, dude.
an
Aww.
adorable little baby boy crawls around the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure this must be the Sanders. The Sanders must be the Colonel himself.
Wait. Can we pause real quick? 2 seconds. Okay, go.
That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle.
Who frames a baby picture of just themselves?
Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of a company they founded, am I right?
Foreshadowing.
What?
I want to see what's in the safe on the wall.
Yeah.
This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you can turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens inside it. You find a single note.
Can chicken be prepared?
Sashimi.
Sashimi style?
Oh, the door opened.
You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in its scent.
Oh.
They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant?
Yep.
Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you are wearing his jacket.
I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you.
Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off!
Tell him
I
you're
think-
cold.
Yeah.
No, what the fuck?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to intrude. I just got a little cold and thought this might warm me up.
Colonel Sanders smiles and scoots close to the fireplace.
Bounce
It's warm by the fire. Why don't you come a little closer? See, you don't know how to
Suddenly,
pull moves.
everything feels like it's moving too fast. Final exams are tomorrow. You should be thinking about where you're going to cook.
I don't care. Take me. I should be home studying.
Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door.
What?
But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself.
Colonel?
Yes, make Synofix.
I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful.
I think you're right. We should take things slow.
You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber.
What were you going to
Dream
study?
sequence!
What were you going home to study? How to bake a cake?
You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway.
I would love to wake up there.
Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. Your thoughts are interrupted with when Colonel Sanders emerges into the... He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth begins to water at the sight of it.
Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up.
It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question.
So, would you say that we're the perfect match?
How presumptuous.
Mike,
Did you ban the music bot?
No, we're just... Yeah.
You totally banned it.
It doesn't matter. Keep going.
Marcus. Okay. Okay.
Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery?
Take him down a peg. I say we flatter him.
Flatter him.
You know, I think we might make a great team.
A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes at the window.
And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail.
Business partner? Could he be talking about you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion, confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can come up with is to run out the door and go home.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just shy. I'm sorry.
There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is waiting for you.
Where have you been?
Wait. Oh.
Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something might have happened to you.
It's okay. I was just...
But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam.
Sure, but...
You will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date!
I think I can believe that.
Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, and things quickly spiraled out of control.
Did she just say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go on with talking to a pressure cooker?
And now I'm not really sure where we stand.
You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear.
And I went on a date too! Back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him!
You what?!
Nothing happened but the emotional connection, wow's it? Marion offers support to you no matter what.
Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop.
What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one up one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Hehe, sprinkles is a dog and a treat.
You can get your swirly dipped, too.
Ooh. Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school.
There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school. But who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature that Colonel Sanders rides, and
Is she horny all the time?
God, I wish he would ride me.
You got some nerve side effects. Suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse.
Now, you're twisting my words. I won't have it.
You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer makes you wince with pain.
Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up.
I'll never give up. Ever.
Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are getting close to a boiling point. Unnaturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on.
Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Like Synofix, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back and fighting for him by this afternoon.
Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard.
Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive.
What is he doing complimenting her?
But what about the flavor of my
No.
delicate,
don't.
warm,
No.
gooey
No.
chocolate sauce?
It was clear that you're passionate about how your food was received.
That's a lot of words to say. It was bland.